Hi everyone, I'm Woody, one of the co-founders here at Willow, and I'm really excited to just record this very quick video demo for you. Willow was founded on the principle that we want to connect talent to opportunity through virtual environments. What does that actually mean? Well, what it means to you and I is that we want to help give candidates a voice rather than you trying to make decisions based on paper and historical facts. Instead, we want to help you identify potential. So I'm going to walk you through a candidate interview first, all of the different things you can change, the question types you can ask, and really show you that candidate experience that we're known for. Secondly, I'm going to show you where those videos go and ultimately how you can use our scorecards to remove bias from your process and then share your shortlisted candidates with hiring managers. Anything else you want to see, just book in a demo. But from here on in, they're the things we're going to focus on. So without further ado, I'm going to show you this candidate journey. So as you can see here, this is a candidate landing page. And as a candidate, I haven't had to download anything. I haven't had to log in. There's no special software that we need. It's all within a browser, works on mobile phone, laptop, etc. As a recruiter, I can basically change everything on this page. So I can change my logo, I can change the branding, the button colors, all of this text, all of the text on the left-hand side, which is more kind of information around location, etc. And then, really importantly, I can also change this video introduction as modeled by our wonderful Faith, our customer success lead. This is basically your opportunity to speak to the candidates, have that element of reciprocity, i.e. if you're going to ask them to do a video, you should probably be willing to do a video yourselves. Give a little window into the organization, why you're using video, and ultimately try and set the candidate at ease for this one-way video interview. Some hints and tips. Again, these all translate into the various different languages that we've got. When I'm ready, I click get started. So I've literally clicked twice and now I'm in my interview. You can see here we've got written questions, we've got an answer length, and it's a very clean user interface. And the reason for that is we actually develop all of our systems to WCAG 2.1, so Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. Now, when I'm ready, I click record. You can hear the audible noise counting me in, so I start recording my answer. Hello. You can even change cameras and stuff like that to make sure that it all works. That uploads, and on this particular question, I've got a unlimited number of re-records. Now you can change that, which you're going to see in the next question. One thing I just want to draw your attention to right now is also we have this incredibly unique feature, which is our offshoot. Now what this allows you to do, let's say you're a student, you're borrowing your parents' laptop and they need it back. But you haven't finished your Willow interview. You take your phone, scan that QR code, switch devices, and seamlessly pick up where you left off in your Willow interview. It's just a really great way to ensure that kind of continuity. So, next type of question that we have in the platform is audio only. As you can see here, essentially video is removed. And you might be asking, okay, well, as a video interview platform, why do you have this? Well, two reasons. One, maybe you've got a more technical role that actually, body language isn't as important, or you feel like the audience you're working with maybe don't feel as comfortable on video. You can use it there. Or alternatively, maybe you are worried that your team hasn't had enough kind of unconscious bias training, so you want to remove the element of visual bias from the process, so you just implement this. You can also see here that I have a limited number of retakes on this, and you can actually see that I get a warning as a candidate that I've only got one attempt left. Next type of question is our text-based questions. Now, a lot of people use this for kind of logistical questions, but you can also test people's, email capability or copy or whatever it may be, and all with the safe knowledge that you can actually time them doing this. One thing that's slightly different, again, thinking of accessibility, you and I are both dyslexic, hence our disdain for CVs. We have recommended completion times, so we don't have like thinking times that just cut you off. Instead, you're recommended to complete within 10 minutes, and you as a recruiter, you can actually see just how long it took each candidate to complete their interview, or their question, I should say. Here, final type of question I'm going to show you today, which is our file upload. and really simply, you could do absolutely anything that you wanted with this. You can even hyperlink to like Excel spreadsheets or Google Sheets, maybe create an exercise, get them to download it and get them to upload it into the platform. Lots of people use that for like portfolios or maybe certification, even CVs or resumes. Final page of review for the candidate, and then when I'm happy I click next, and then I've got this handy little calendar where I can give my availability for a follow-up call. Now, whilst I am typing this in, actually 99% of people don't need to. The reason being, if you've invited them through the system, they'll get an email, an SMS, and they just click on that link and everything's filled in for them already. So, where do those videos go? Well, they ultimately end up in here. And here's one that I basically did earlier. You can see all of my responses. I've got these little GIFs that obviously help you remember the candidates that you've spoken to. And as a recruiter, I'm going to click into this guy, Andrew Wood, who has just responded to my interview. There's a few things I'll draw your attention to in here. So firstly, you can leave a little comment down here, and this actually tags to each individual user. But our really important feature is our scorecards. So what you're seeing here, this is like my example scorecard. It's fairly basic, but you can actually customize these completely to your competency framework or things that you're particularly looking for. So here we've got confidence, knowledge, skills, but actually you could have adaptability, you could have experience, you could have communication skills, and actually under each of these you also have a kind of a guiding description for anybody going to score this candidate. Next, we've got our icons, which all of this is really led by kind of occupational psychology, etc. And there's a lot of science behind it to help organizations make correct decisions. Rather than having a starring system, we got rid of the Likert ratings, and instead you have things like strong yes, thumbs up for yes, and it's also color coded to make it even easier. One thing that I think is really cool in this feature is I can't actually see, depending on how you set it up, I can't actually see anybody else's score until I've submitted my own. So you have kind of blind scoring, which basically allows you to kind of remove that hierarchical bias or confirmation bias from your scoring process. So let's say Andrew is great and we want to move ahead with him. I click accept and he is now in my shortlist. Final thing that I want to show you is, and this is the one that we've just completed, but final thing I want to show you is our shortlisting tool. So let's say you're running an assessment center and you want your hiring managers to see who's turning up before the day, because you're not going to be there because you're no longer needed because they've seen these videos, right? Well, instead of, sending them each an individual login and having them remember, they need to sign into Willow to check everyone out, actually, they can just click on this link that you can send in a Teams note, in a Slack channel, on an email, however you want to send it out to your hiring managers. They click on this link and it opens up on their mobile phone, laptop, etc. They don't log in and they can basically scroll through each individual just like this. Review them, come back to you and say whether they're happy with those candidates or not. That is essentially it. We've got some other tabs. We've got lots of integrations that I'd love to talk about, but we don't have enough time. So I'll just scroll through these. Notable ones like Greenhouse, Smart Recruiters, Workday, SAP, etc. And then we have other tabs to do with like people, companies, and so on. But that's kind of it. So thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you investing the time to watch this video demo. If you've got any other questions or you'd like to find out more about digital ID checks, for example, then please do just click on the request a demo button and one of the team would be happy to speak to you. Thank you so much.